introductions. Let's start this thing.
Hello there. I was trying to answer Snappy's question there, and I have never looked at them. Apparently, they're anime. So, yeah, I'm just looking Black Clover, Chainsaw Man, Hell's Paradise. It's like, okay, cool, I guess, if you like your anime. There aren't any, like, things I recognize, but again, I suppose if it's your cup of tea, it's something. All right. Yeah, I don't really watch it myself. It's not an avenue I've gone down really. I'm not against it, but I wouldn't sit down at night and think, all right, I'm going to put this on. Here we go. But yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I suppose it's one of them things where I'm sure I read that it's connected to subs rather than like actual normal drops. I might be mistaken. Feel free to check it out yourselves. But maybe that's the idea. You know, if people like they sub to a creator, then it's like, oh yeah, by the way, you get this for free. It's like, eh. And there are probably a fair few people who don't subscribe to Crunchyroll with greatest respect. So it's like, you know, probably a good chance for some free subscriptions, get people on board. Yeah, I can see it from their point of view. A little bit odd that they just sort of spread it out everywhere on Twitch though. Like I didn't even get like an email or anything telling me it was going to happen. It'd be kind of polite in the sense of, all right, you're going to have drops on your channel if you want them. Cool. Okay. We did Scorch yesterday, I'm pretty sure. Yep. We've done that. We haven't done the credit heist. I will do as I always do and offer a little challenge thing for it. I know Aranya always finds, well, I say Aranya, Snappy always finds it funny, but yeah. I will do it anyway. Yeah, I've never really got involved in it. It's like when we had Star Wars Visions, I was not against it, but it's something where I'm like, if it never happened, I wouldn't have been complaining. But then I imagine there are people who are really into it and like, this is fantastic. This is what I want in Star Wars. So yeah, it's that blurred line. All right, let's knock one out. I did finish Andor, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I stand by the words I've been saying all along, which is when I was up at my cousin's house a decade ago or more, and my mum was with me, and he said to her, have you not seen Guardians of the Galaxy? And she says, no, I've never watched it. You know, I don't like anything with space. And he said, honestly, you'll love it. Even though you don't like it, you will love it. And I would argue it's the same principle with Andor, but I still haven't got the sales pitch for it. I want to try it because honestly, I do think it's the one thing she could watch and get on with, but I also know Star Wars is a big, hard pass for her. Alright, good start with the credit heist. But we're raking it in. Well, at least we're going to you guys. Let's do that. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, right? To a certain degree, I understand what he meant, and you'll never even say that often with him. In that, when I saw that scene, I did go, oh, because it's a bit like when they've dropped real swears in the show. I'm like, you don't normally hear them. It's normally like Carabas or something like that. So when they did it, I was like, oh, this is, wow, they're doing this. You know, it was like real life in Star Wars, which you don't normally connect. But to go down how he did, you know, like he really tried to pin his tail to that mast. I'm like, yeah, I just found it bizarre. Like, the show's made a real point of trying to ground Star Wars. So why you would suddenly expect it to not do something like that, or be at least surprised to the point that he made out he was surprised? It's like, yeah. He got what was coming to him, because you look and you think, he's now missed out on several weeks of, well, not just high quality Star Wars content, in terms of he could make content off it, but if he goes and starts saying he likes it, it's like, well, why did you make a big deal about it? Double-edged sword for him, but I can't say I like the guy, so I'm certainly not complaining. I feel like, again, this is as much about that area of Star Wars fandom as it is about him himself, but I do feel like there's a certain subsection that really games the YouTube algorithm, in that there are so many ways you can get your video noticed, but the easiest way is to be negative. It's like, take my Marvel Snap video the other day, right? I was a little bit negative in my title. Only a little, but I was like, Alexia needs a buff. And in my head, I'm thinking, I don't really like that. I don't want to go full throttle with an opinion in the title. I was like, genuinely, this is how I feel about this card. It does need a buff. Now, it doesn't gain traction or anything. I mean, let's see if we compare it to some of my other Snap videos. But that thing of, there will always be that inclination to do a negative headline, do a negative video, and it generates views, so you keep doing it. And I just don't like it. I think someone like Star Wars Explained for me is the complete antithesis of him, as far as he not only puts out strong content, but he also puts out good opinions. I love watching what his reviews come out with, well, at least by comparison. Plus, I think Alex and Molly are the kind of people who, if I bumped into them at a convention, it's a really weird opportunity, I would actually like them. I do agree. I mean, it's kind of had a benefit the last 24 hours. Well, I'll say 24 hours since, what was it called? Since the hot location appeared, but it's quite literally a little buff. Alright, credit eyes, let's see what came out. 10.5, hey! GG's who said it. I'll run it again when we get on the free-to-play. Sorry, my main, not my free-to-play. Yeah, I mean, as it is, I don't know what the devs were thinking. Like, I say it like this because there's this thought where Glenn comes up with some of these balance patch designs, and I'm like, why the hell haven't they... Okay, let me rephrase it. It was Activate, and it had a much more interesting effect. Obviously, they never released it like that. You know, officially it was never that, but we know it was. So, wouldn't it make sense for someone like Glenn to come out and say, alright, we think this card works in a deck like this, and say, you know, it's not like we're prescribing you use it here, but if you're struggling for a place to start, try this. But something like that could help, versus just basically saying to the community, you worked out. Because the community will look and go, it sucks. And I fell into that. I was really not liking that card when I was playing it. Drafts, hello there, how you doing? I did see you early, by the way, but I just started talking and I forgot to say hello. Snappy, Fire Emblem Misery Shells were not being used before either. I mean, I don't think it does much for him either. I mean, I played Fire Hair in the deck that I did. It was alright, but to be honest, right, the deck I did, it was very much like a best of both deck. It got half a Phoenix Force deck and half a Misery deck without Misery. Which, when you say it aloud, isn't very good. But essentially, I put Cassandra Nova into a Phoenix Force deck, and the hope was that if I could destroy Nova, then not only would I gain the power with the Venom, but I'd then be able to reprop the Cassandra Nova with Alexia or Phoenix Force. So there was a nice idea in there, but it just didn't pan out. It'd actually be alright if the text said the card that was destroyed on this or the last turn. Or, you know, sorry, on the previous turn, or if this is the last turn kind of deal. That if you do play it turn 6 and a card is destroyed, you can revive it. It would be like an anti-Shang-Chi card. Or at least get people thinking, do I play Shang now or do I play it last turn? Then I thought Fenris Wolf would be that, and it's not really had that effect. After we scratch that, that's the opposite effect, isn't it? Oh, no, I wasn't the right idea, though. It wasn't Fenris I was thinking that would happen. It was Phoenix Force itself, originally. I did say that would be pretty cool if you could have Phoenix Force in your deck as a defensive card. But the thing is, you just never afford that. Plus, you kind of lose the benefit of the move at that point. I'm just going to put this out there as well. If you could, I would give this deck a go, or at least something like it. Got all those new X-Men cards, you know, so we can get the community feed done. I mean, I didn't get a great net cube rate with it, but I did win half, and yeah, it's like, it'd be very nice if we get that over the line. Wow, I can't believe I was actually doing that well with Sauron. Just see my win rate for it. 7 out of 3, that's not bad. I wasn't too bad with this either, like a Dark Ult build. I have played some cruddy decks though this week, or this first 2 weeks. That was actually decent. The one I did the Prodigy video on. I played it a bit after the recording, and it just did play well. I tried doing a bounce deck, I just didn't like it. Oh, hang on, I'm going way beyond this season now. That was last season. Alright. I'll have to spend some energy on here before I go over to Tammin. That reminds me, I've got another video out about that Infinity Ultron deck I've been playing. I haven't done the thumbnail for it, so it's not out yet, but it's all ready and waiting. I just need to press the button on it. Alright, reinforce. To auto you go. Yeah, I've just seen what you've said on Discord as well, Snappy, and it's like, I genuinely miss the old Professor X effect. I know that with Cannonball it was a mess, but I thought it was a really unique playstyle. I don't know what they could do to make it better, because I don't think you want to change the card text more than it already has been changed. Maybe Prof X just needs a power buff so that he's got more chance of winning a lane on his own in case something moves in. Because what, he's a 5-2 right now, is it? Yeah, 5-2. I mean, I know his effect is powerful, but I think even 5-3 wouldn't be beyond the realms, or 5-4. Yeah, Cloggers matter. I mean, for me, I feel like if you're going to have cards like that, have counters available, and for me, that's where War Machine and Jeff play a part. And I think people have slept on War Machine especially, but Jeff as well. I mean, Jeff is still a good card. It's just that there's no reason to play it. So Prof X could have a place in the meta if Jeff, well, it's like Jeff could have a place back in the meta if Prof X was played. I mean, the other week I did a video on Prof X, and the card isn't actually bad as it is. You know, the fact that you can move things, if you've got a load of move cards and you're up against an opponent who doesn't, it's quite a good card still. It's just, with the amount of move cards in the game right now, it's a gamble. Stuff like that can be a wind-up, can't it? I mean, again, I was playing that deck I showed. Felt quite fortunate because it didn't feel like there was anything like that was going to happen. Alright, and I want an opinion, folks. I've got enough to R9, one of Master Qui-Gon or Padawan Obi-Wan right now. Who is better? I mean, I'm thinking Padawan Obi-Wan as the damage, but I'm thinking Master Qui-Gon essentially might gain more stats from it. Yeah. I won't lie as well, it's kind of cool just seeing all these dots appear above my GLs. Oh, you've got Rallics. Oh, you've got Rallics. Can I have them? But yeah, I won't get these both up to R9 so I can get the Duel of the Fates maxed out. Exactly, yeah, I'm going to do both of them, but I've got to pick... Well, I haven't got to pick one. I could just hold it, but... Honestly, I hate holding, so I'd rather apply one. It's just the edge case of which one goes best first. Well, we'll do Qui-Gon then. I was edging that way myself, but I thought I'd just see if there was enough interest in it. Alright, off you go. It's pretty high up. So what do I need? 15 greens, 55 dark blues, 29 light blues. 5 Girder keypads, let's work on that now. Good job the raid ends today. I think it's definitely one that's worth ruminating over. I mean, Yeah. I know they've mentioned Bo-Katan and Mon. I'm not a fan of that personally. I mean, again, it's easy for me to say I haven't got the clones built, but I can't help but feel like I don't want anything to be invincible in this game. And I recognise that new things will come out that do beat them. That's probably where their line of thought is. Like, oh yeah, get the new thing, that'll beat it. But I genuinely think that they should always have options available for older characters. So it's a shame that both are getting nerfed, but I'm more miffed at Arnold, if I'm going to be honest. I get he thinks it's a PSA kind of deal, but I'm like, all you did was raise a red flag there. Like, did you have to do it, pal? Yeah, I haven't got Gear 11, but I'm working on them when I can. I mean, my priority right now is the new batch. Then I'll come back to the clones. They would find out, but I think at least the impression I get is they found out via Arnold. At least, if we're talking about coincidences, it seems a coincidence to me that he put a video out talking about how they were getting beaten too easily, and suddenly those two exact teams got mentioned in the post. So I look and I think that seems like a coincidence, if nothing else. And I'm like, I'd rather he just didn't say anything and let them find out on their own, because then at least it's like, oh, okay, we found out. Yeah, again, I know he got put content out, but it's just one of them things where I'm like, did you have to do it on that kind of thing? Like, he hasn't even mentioned the pirates in the raid. Or at least if he has, I haven't seen the video for it. For me, that's a bigger headline than the fact that Mon Mothma's doing things that I didn't even know she could do. Well, either that or Bo-Katan's still good. You know, woe behold, an epic confrontation character is actually capable of beating a galactic legend. Shock horror. Well, you know, Lord Vader is relevant forever. Whereas the pirate's only going to be relevant in the short term. Well, if we're talking about the raid, anyway. Even after the raid's over, the clones are still going to be good for Lord Vader. I honestly think that they wanted to just get some more new characters in the raid. That's the only way I can think. I mean, I do like the idea of, you know, you've got Hondo just making up a story about how he was there on the assault of the Jedi Temple. I think there is some kind of meta thing they could do with that, but the whole thing's just really weird. I take the point, but like I say, you put that post out and suddenly the likelihood of it being still a thing is low. You might as well just let it float around in smaller circles and hope it reaches people. That's my opinion anyway, you know. I don't even know what the gap was between his video and their post, but I imagine it wasn't long. Again, I'm not even saying it impacts me in terms of I'm going to be facing Lord Vader clones, but I wasn't even thinking of Mon Mothma, and I wasn't thinking of Bo-Katan, so it's not something that I'm actively going, right, damn, that's ruined my plans. It's just one of those where I'm like, it's happened a few times in the past where he said something and then the devs have picked up on it, and I'm like, sometimes it is just a wise idea to not post about it. Because with respect, Arnold's got everything. You know, he can beat it. But he screws over the people who probably can't beat it. I mean, I haven't heard about that, but I find that intriguing. But this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. You'd rather it be sort of spread in small circles like, you know, chats and streams and whatnot. I mean, I assume Mita gets around in the streams. but he's not everywhere either. So it's like, there's as much chance of information getting passed around like that than, you know, just having a big massive thumbnail saying Lord Vader sucks. That one intrigues me. I mean, I know that used to be something Scribe really liked. I remember going on his stream one time and I was like, wow, your Shakti's fast. And he was pretty much adamant that that's why he always had it fast for that reason. Don't think I ever managed to get mine that level, but the thought always stuck with me in case it was something I needed to think about. Oh, and a little thing, I know it's less relevant in 5v5. I have remodded this week, so Sidious's mods are a bit better. And who's the other one? Dapod Bulba. Hopefully they can still help out, you know, more so Dapod. I guess Sid will drop off a bit. I can do a little Kron review, just to see where we are. I know I haven't done great. My main, I did finish Conquest on Sunday, so I've had a few days to work on it. But part of the problem then has been I haven't had crystals. It's where the marquee structure is horrendous. It's what, 1,300 times 3, so 3,900 crystals I have to spend on getting the marquee to 4 stars. It just drains my Datacron farming resources. I did get one though, didn't I? Yeah. I haven't actually got Grievous Kron. On this account, we've got Sid, 2 more Mothmas, a Sith Assassin Tech. I don't know what I'm working on here offhand. Another Sith one. Okay, I actually did try and make sure it was max health damage and the offense so that Lord Vader could have it. Don't know if the other stats were good, were they? Oh yeah, Armor Pen maybe. Nasty maybe. It might not be the worst Kron. Then we got Light Side, Light Side, Light Side, and Light Side. Afra's on the other account, yeah, that's why I've only got Dad Bods here. I will have to try and prioritise taking Fennec up straight away after finishing Kobe. Only so that the two of them are putting out a bit of damage between them, you know. I know Dabbod's doing the biggest work in that team. Or that duo. But it would be nice if Fennec wasn't just standing there. One Pratt with the raid. Hello there. How we all doing, folks? Just been showing off my limited Datacrons on my free-to-play. We're just going to do my fleet climb on my main, and we're going to check out my hopefully less limited Datacrons on my main. Cheers for doing the shout out, Phoenix. Buenos dias, como esta? That's about the limit of my Spanish after when I went to Mexico for my holiday. My waiter every day said to me, como esta. I was trying to learn at one point and it's all just fallen out my head. Hey up, Tass, how you doing? Going to say, I feel like I'm actually facing bigger accounts today. That is, scary. Oh, it feels scary anyway. I'm sure my opponent on this account is 14 mil. I'm 12.5, so it's a bit of a punch-up. Oh, we had to F break straight away. Okay, that is bad timing. Hopefully those of you rated in didn't get it. Hopefully. Alright. We're going to have a Creditai, so I will run that. Let's get that going. See if anyone thinks I can get a nice roll on here again. And let's see. Only got to do one battle really, so we can go straight to Gak. Okay, what are we doing? Genuinely, mind blank. I feel like this half of my life, I tell you. It's like, last night, I spent the evening watching the Europa League final. And after that finished, we went upstairs. And I settled my mum down so she's comfortable before, you know, I start doing like my Swaggo nightly dailies or whatever. And then I had to do about 3 or 4 runs upstairs purely because I'd go down like thinking, all right, just go fetch this. And by the time I got downstairs, I forgot what this is. So you would think I'm getting a fair bit of exercise doing that by constantly going up and down the stairs, but I haven't actually got the exercise legs in me, so I feel like all I do is so that I end up just having to stop halfway to sort of not look absolutely pathetic. Yeah, I need to get on a workout regime somehow, but I need one of these like couch to marathon videos or something ridiculous. Let's do that. I don't know why I'm manually playing this one, but we're all right now. I have been to a gym in the past, yeah. I went to a gym back at university, though that was a while ago. But I was kind of into it then, I'll be honest. And before COVID, I actually joined a gym pretty much up the road from me. Didn't really like it, if I'm going to be honest. I felt like there was a bit of... How do I put it? Like, on one of the piece of equipment, I'd just forgotten to move something, and they were a bit snappy on me. You know, and I'm like, you know, genuine error. You know, maybe don't jump on someone for, you know, forgetting something. Especially someone who does have a dopey memory like me. So yeah, it kind of put me off, but in principle, I don't mind gyms when I can afford them. Here we go. Yeah, exactly. When you're in college, university, you do have that higher desire to work out. For me, it was the fact that I'll laugh because this is very much me. I was living a lot on I was living off my own cooking, and I did what my flatmates called Josh portions. So, you know, imagine you've got like a bowl of, I don't know, a bowl of bolognese like this. My portion would be like that. It would just mound on top. And yeah, it wasn't sustainable living. Once I got out of uni, right, I remember I was at Blackpool for a holiday, and I had a photo taken with my uncle. Oh, sorry, it was taken by my uncle of me and my mum. And I just saw my weight in that, and I was like... So for about a year solid, I was exercising pretty hard then. Like, I was doing loads of walking, I was really trying to keep fit. And then something really stopped me. I can't remember what. And I've never got back on the train of it. So I do need to find a way to get back on, because I know I've gone way overboard now. I'm in a really place with it. One prior, you went to see Jim, he works in a bar there was a lot of lifting pints. I'll be honest, I feel like lifting pints, that's probably the closest thing I get to exercise right now, and I don't even go into bars to actually physically pull them or lift the glass. I would say, I think I've got like a pint glass here. What did I study? I did creative writing and English. So I always feel like I lean into the creative writing side because that gave me a good grasp of like script writing and all that kind of stuff. I actually want to do a master's in creative writing, but again, that just never panned out. But the English stuff I found interesting. you study about essentially the reasons why people talk the way they talk and the way languages developed and all that kind of stuff. And we did literature as well, so I read around a few classics, if you like. But yeah, the lit especially never really thrilled me. If anything, I found the reading quite daunting. But yeah, the actual language and the semantics and all that kind of stuff, I found it interesting. I can't say I'd want to do it again, but if you said, do you want to do this and it's for free, I'd be like, yeah, sure, go on. You know, it wasn't bad. Just not something I'd pay tuition fees for. I did do creative writing for a long time afterwards. I haven't done it for a while now, but I'm genuinely curious if the website still exists. Oh, I bet it got taken down. It was a Blogspot website. I was uploading like a poem a day on a website called The Fire is Dancing. I've still got like the old manual writings as well somewhere. I don't know where they've gone, but I have got them somewhere. But that was a nice little writing challenge I set myself. Just do some little thing every day, and I kept up with it reasonably well. Definitely could have done better. Alright, we got 5 mil or more. Let's see if we get it. Hey, alright. Let's give some channel points out. Yeah, when I was at uni, I actually did perform. I did perform poetry. Like, there was it was only a one-off, but I was asked to read one of my poems in front of my peers, essentially, in this theatre. You know, it was a theatre on campus, but, you know, I remember going up and I was like, oh, you know, I'm not really looking forward to this, but I did it and I enjoyed it. It was something that gave me a bit of confidence. No. Or at least I haven't seen it. It's like the people who tutored me, I do still follow some of them on Twitter, and I see them putting like posts out about what they're working on, and I always get the impression it's something you do for your own enjoyment rather than for money. So it's definitely why poetry never... It was something I did for the writing to try and keep that muscle flexed, but it was not something that I ever thought, oh yeah, I'm going to make a career out of this or anything over the top. I did try writing a book. Well, I say writing a book. I did try writing a story at one point. There is something called, and I'm going to just write this down because I will probably say it poorly, NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month. I can't remember offhand if it's November or October. I think it's November. And I did that one year. That was a challenge. Like, I'd said to my mum, right, will you just give me as much space as you can afford me so I can just sit down for a couple hours each day and write? And it wasn't good, I'll be honest. It was a very bad piece of writing, but I enjoyed the challenge of it, at least, to try and write something, you know? I think, like a lot of my ideas, it was too ambitious. I tried to write a detective story, and when you've got no ground knowledge of what to put into a detective story, it's like you're making a lot up that takes away from what it is. It's like I had the outline, but I just couldn't put any flesh on the skeleton. I have always thought about doing something Star Wars adjacent, just for my own amusement. I mean, obviously I could make it not even Star Wars adjacent, do Star Wars, but, well, at that point, Disney might get a little bit upset if ever I wanted to do something with it. However unlikely it might be, the thought does stick there. Oop, don't want that. And we've got a little bit of room for the signal, if not for signal data, the Gear 12s. was trying to organise my favourites yesterday. Well, I say my favourites. I was trying to organise my squad priorities. And I feel like this is kind of close to where I am right now in terms of... I've got to work on the Bad Batch. I need a team for the raid. I've got the clones and Lord Vader in my start lines. Lord Vader is my farm, and the clones are just going to be done on the side. The pirates are in the background. I know they're coming, so I've kind of put them there as a reminder. Don't forget it. But I feel like I'm going to have to move this up as well. I didn't do it at the time, but... it does feel like Saw's kind of just very meta-relevant right now. And in being only Gear 12, it's like... I'm not even saying I'd use this team, but it's that idea of this is like... back when I did this tab originally, this was kind of what we thought was going to happen with them. Yeah, that's changed a bit. Is that the Omicron? Yeah, just wonder what was popping up for him. Alright. On Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan's Rally 5 now, so I think she was 3 at lock-in, so we probably won't get like great use out of her, but she's there if we need to try something. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking about with this. I'm like... I'm not saying that I've got a great stored Datacron right now, but on the off chance I got it, it'd be nice to have him available. Alright, let me just hit this off and we're ready. So, what's our opponent's name again? Beast. Beast 1985. They are a bit bigger than me, as I mentioned before. I'm 12.5, they're 14.4, so probably the biggest gulf I've had in a little bit. 327 Zetas to 372 on their side. 49 GA Omis to 60. Naturally, they've got all the GLs to my 7. Ralix 256 to 289. Gear 12 units. Okay, I'm not even reading that. Let's go down here. Ralix. Yeah, Ralix 9's 12 to 49. I mean, I'm in an Orin on my free-to-play about doing Padawan Obi-Wan or Master Qui-Gon. I assume this guy hasn't got this problem. Same here, Relegates 15 to 77. They're even ahead of me in the 7s, 95 to 121. I suppose I've got the small bragging rights of Rally 5s, but when you see all that lot there, it's like, yeah, that ain't a brag. Speeds, I'm marginally ahead on the 25s, 104 to 98. 20s we're ahead, 316 to 290. We're behind on the 15s, 485 to 704. More Datacron rerolls. Skimming these a little bit. That I'd say is a small question mark. I'm not saying that you have to go potency, but I'd normally think of health if you don't go potency, so I'd say small question mark. Okay. For the record, my Tammins Treya is not modded how I would like. I'm almost with Treya. She's almost at that point of, I know she's kind of good with something, so I've just left her like that for now. But she will need a bit of TLC at some point. Yeah, I do like Afro with triple potency, so that does feel a bit iffy. If I got Qui-Gon on me, I'd put more work into him, but yeah, no point. That's not good for me. I could have sworn I've got him modded for what that. I've got him so he should have a speed set, so yeah, I'm not happy with my own modding now. Yeah, I've done nothing with Jocasta Nu, but until she needs to be built, I'm not working on her. Let's see, anything else? They've got the new Bad Batch by the looks of it. I mean, Crosshair is Ralix, so you would assume it. Lord Vader clones. Great. Yeah, there's some things that you shouldn't be surprised at, especially at 14.4 mil. This guy's Clone Trooper is the fastest character. I'm assuming that's to prevent Mon Mothma. All right. This is what was placed last season in 5v5. I don't think it's going to be the same, but we'll start there and work around it. $18.18 is a pretty big score. Okay, let me just move my cam. I know I've just moved it a little in the wrong place, so let me go again. They did drop on Rey. I'm going to take the plot pros there. I mean, I did put a Smuggler Cron in with L3 and Ness, so I'm like, it might not necessarily have been Ezra and Ben that tripped them up, but these two having to deal with these three, so I will take that. I think that was a good little plan. I also did try putting Merrin and Dombey in this team. I'm pretty sure that was the winning, I say not the winning comp, but the strongest comp against Great Mothers last time we had in 5v5. Maybe I got it wrong. It might have been Death Trooper instead of Night Trooper. Or Death Trooper Peridia. But I remember Merrin and Zombie were screwing up some of the counters, so I thought I want to try that. I thought, it's a bit of a shame because I do like Night Sisters, like the vanilla ones, but I rarely get a use out of them at the moment. Alright, so no ults for Traya, for Gas, for GG, or for JMK. No holds for Finzori. I did place this on defense. I'm not sure it's the best idea, but I thought, again, I'm going to just see if anyone gets caught out by it. And Kylo and Beck, I haven't got Qui-Gon on me, so it just kind of made sense to throw some of the good Jedi with Beck and see what works, but not a lot, apparently. And yeah, Executor, Negotiator, and Atbar all bite the dust. So let's start mapping this out. We have got Jabba, but that is it. Yeah, this is a lot of change. So, Caloran back. Omega. And Karth. Into Zalbar Army. Sorry, not Zalbar Army, Zalbon Datacron. I find it interesting that this doesn't have anything other than mission. You would have thought they'd have thrown another Old Republican to sort of... A bit like I would say... Doesn't Phoenix have Hera, Kanan, and Ezra? You'd have thought they'd have done that here to try and buff the Cron up a bit more. Something tells me Gungans will be good against this, but I might be wrong. And I haven't seen New Batch on defense before, so I don't really know what's going well there either. Alright, this wall's got Rey, Ahsoka, instead JML, and Reva. Queenie and Gungans. Oh yeah, just to be clear, I get that, you know, the 3v3 level, sorry, the level 3 is good for 3v3. Right, I'm going to clear all this lot, because I feel like I've got a lot on this list that I'm probably not planning on using. So I'm just going to hide my chat a minute so I might not see you straight away. But I want to jot down everything I know I'm using. So, or what I say using, I've got available. So, JML right at the start. Leia. Supreme Leader Kylo. I was debating leaving him on defense, but after seeing this, I'm glad I've got him. Jabba. Sith Eternal. I've gone very light on defense, by the way, when you can see that I've got 5 GLs for offense. We've got... I'm going to put Malgus, because it does say Revan there, but... Well, it is Revan there, but I'm like... I would use Malgus lead. Third Sister. Osnas with the Gungans. What else we got? Adrad. Got Balin. This feels like Balin's time to shine, to be honest. I've not been used that often lately, but DLS, it's an option. We've got Sia Malicos available. We've got Afra. We've got Bane. I know it's a bit weird, but I will put Bounty Hunters just in case they go for a cleanup. I don't want to clean up, but it's there if we need it. I'm going to put EP down for Starkiller if we can afford it. I doubt it, but it's there in case. Again, Iden's high on the list, so I'll just put that down. I'm going to put Bo, even though she's not ready yet. We've got Dad Bob Boba. We've got Sidious. Again, I doubt he'll do much, but it's something. We've got Mon Mothma. I feel like I've gone through the bulk of it now. I don't think there's much else there that's going to have much of an impact. I mean, I'll put Wampa down as well. That's something. I can see Mother Tal's in there, and I'm thinking I haven't got a proper Night Sister team there, so I don't want to be relying on that. Same with Bad Batch. Put Echo with Queen Amidala, so that's not going to be effective. I could probably make something with Veers if we needed to. And potentially Phoenix if we needed it as well, so Hera. But again, I feel like I'm at my limit now. I don't think there's much else I can really come out with. Well, saying that, for 5v5, that is a lot of teams. You know, if I'm using all of them teams, I'm scoring bad. So, let's have a think. Very interesting that Bo-Katan's the first one on the list. And also the first one on that list. I mean, I feel like that one just speaks for itself. We're doing Afra on Jabba. There's not even a question mark on that. That's like, yeah, straightforward. What is the Rey comp? Rey, Ben, Rey, Poda, and Nest. So Sia Malicos could do that. I'm not saying it'd be easy, but Sia really only struggles when Ezra's in there. So you would like to think we've got a chance there. I think that then it means we can afford to do Leia on Ahsoka. We don't know what these Batwall teams are, so I'm not even going to leave them there. That's complete speculation. imagining it that Dad Bod Bulba can take the Gungans out, or is that something that really drops in 5s? Alright, we're going to have break coming up. I'm going to run it now, just get it out of the way. Okay, that's retaliate as well, so it isn't the evasion, so we should have a chance there. Yeah, load of 25% Terminator Crons. They've gone double tank instead of Embo. That shouldn't play a part anyway, but it's interesting. Okay. Also, for what it's worth, I like the fact that they've got Lumiomi. I mean, I'll give them their due there. I feel like that's something Calvin would be liking. Okay, so there's a revive on Rekka. Nothing too crazy there, I don't think. And yeah, we're seeing all this. Alright. I think what we will do... I'm tempted to go form of overkill with the Gungans just a little bit. But I'm weighing up which way to go. I don't trust Mon Mothma in this situation. She has done Gungans in the past, but I think the 25% Terminator Kron could wreck her. Don't use Bane either, because I've got a feeling Lord Vader clones are at the back. That just screams a battle team. Yeah, Malgus could be the choice. I mean, I'm not using him anywhere else here, I wouldn't say. I could probably use Raver there to clear that safe. Quote unquote safe. I'm wondering if Bulba could do that. I mean, it's Yoda and Mace as the seconds. And I'm almost tempted to leave these two for a bit. I mean, I'll even leave Raver off, but I'm thinking, do we try this? BKM's got the Zetas and armies and has been modded, but only Relics 3. It's why I'm not in full trust of her. I mean, I could do Jabba, I guess. I mean, almost feels a smart idea when you see Tass's name there. I'm not going to use Jabba probably anywhere else unless Balin was back there, but we've still got JML for that. Yeah, let's go for it. I mean, I've got 3 GLs just sitting here. I've got Raver, Balin, Bane. You know, that's for 3 teams. I did Queen Amidala's on defense, though, this season. Oh, yeah, good point. Good point. I've just seen what you did. You reversed it. Saying that, though, that was with without the Cron. You know, the Hut Cartel Cron. Don't know if Tass is lurking, but let's just check out what he used. Oh, come on. I was going to say you're there at the line. Can I just skip this ad, please? Thank you. Right. Just rewind. Oh, he used Hearthcron? 3 months ago, right. You'd think that would still have some legs in it then, wouldn't you? I mean, if he was using an Old Republic Cron, you know. The only reason I'm thinking it might actually do alright now is the fact that we have actually got the way to prevent him healing. Yeah. Let's give it a whirl. I think I've got this Cron. Yeah. Alright, so second special on POW. My thought was it would prevent healing as well. Yeah, by the looks of it, I'd used Mob Enforcer elsewhere. Left check that one out. Hey up, Ada, how you doing? Alright. That's what I just hit Mace. Bunga? Is that Gungans? Sounds Gungany. Can I just go over here, please? That's really irritating when you see it, isn't it? As far as, oh yeah, we're just going to spam you with a shed ton of turns, even though logically we shouldn't. Let's just pass that back to Jabba. Just, oh, hang on. It'd be helpful if I clicked. Alright, I am actually going to apply that there now. Right. Why? Oh, you can't taunt, do you? I do have a brain, it's just not always turned on. I need this contract. There we go. Alright, that was a waste. I thought it was still on Mace. Alright, clear any of the debuffs we can clear. If it's 20, this is feeling a little bit tight. Right. We're just going to use a basic for now. Target Mace. 2 minutes. Can you please taunt Mace? Thank you. I wanted to at least get rid of that foresight. You know what would have been laughable if we've got 2 tanks and Boosh still ends up dying first. I say laughable, I would cry, but it would be laughable. Alright, we've got an ult. Alright, Bushy baby, just keep alive, keep alive. Yeah, just get rid of Queenie. Trouble is, we haven't got the contract, so that's slowed everything right down. There we go, contract. We've got 30 odd seconds. Hopefully, they've got enough time to work it out now. Hopefully. "20 seconds. "10 seconds. All right. Considering I didn't want drop battles, that's disappointing, but what I will say, it is just Yoda, so it's something a little bit good, something a little bit got it. I just couldn't get to him in time. It took me pretty much the full, what, 5 minutes to get through Mace? It does not know. Besides, it wouldn't do much anyway. Right, Leia. Alright, I'm nuking Adrad here, but we're not taking a chance. The sign of Yoda's leadership that I don't actually know what it does really. I'm not wrong in thinking that Drogon hasn't taken a turn yet. Just making sure I haven't actually completely messed this up. I'm sure I've messed it up, but just like I didn't completely mess it up. Alright, won't do anything with R2, but it might just force a bit of focus there. Yeah, I'm not using that ability, let's just go there. Oh, bugger. Use it. That's fine. Let's go over that. Okay. Bummer. Let's go over here for Sabine. I mean, we're not strong, but we're standing. Right. Put that on R2. I don't want to use the special just yet because I want to stall a little bit. Alright, that should be a big massive hit when Drogon does take a turn. But I don't really want him to get the kill shot. That's a kill, isn't it? Yeah. Alright. 57. I was trying to stall, but I think I just got in a weird spot there. Nightfall? Do you mean the 4 troopers? I've got them all at 4 to 5 star. And so they're only about gear 8 with Zetas. Hard to do much else with them right now. It's Lord Vader's clones, Nightfall, if you want to call them that. I wouldn't say there's a name for them, really. It's either Vader or Grand Moff Tarkin. Right, let's smack there. And do that. It's a weird feeling this. I need to heal, but I can't. Alright, Marauder down. Seven, 6. No, we didn't get 6. Great. Ugh. Yeah, this is not good. Bye-bye, Basti. Right, can we just smack boss? Right, shield down. Right, let's smack that. Oh, did I have shock? I mean, I'll take the Dark Confusion stack as a backup, but didn't see the shock. I mean, they don't have a lot of health, but I was expecting a bit more. Just for the record, Tarples, you've been annoying me with them boomers. Every other turn it feels, sending a bunch of them my way. Okay. 57. Again, I'm winning, but winning with bad banners. Right, hopefully I can recover a little bit here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, we'll use that. That's got a load of armor pen. Alright, let's get the rocks out. Just lay them down. Deal the buffs. Send them Ben's way. Okay, let's put a shield up. "24 stacks. Let's throw that to RJT. Let's put that on Kylo. I would just go wait for Ben. Let's just aim at Rey so that we can take some of that inspired off her. Alright, here goes. We're hanging in. Okay. It's overkill, but oh, you little I forgot. Hands up. I forgot. If I hadn't got a cup in my hand, I would put my hands up. 'Cause that was terrible. We won. 60 banners. Alright. Yeah, it was a misplay, but we got through. I suspected Lord Vader would be there. We've got JMK and Saul with Bodhi. Okay. Okay. A lot going on there. Oh, I've just seen he hasn't got the full set. He didn't get scorched before locking. They've got Apocron, they can use it. I don't know what we can do here. Let's just put these in so I don't forget what we're dealing with. It's Lord Vader, JMK, and Saul. Am I wrong in thinking Balin can make easy work of JMK? If so, I won't do that there. Raver, okay. Okay. I I think I'm going to try Gungans on that. I've got this nagging feeling that they do beat it. It's not on this list, but if I were to look at last season, I bet it'd be on there. Yeah, 100% win rate. I mean, granted, you can't filter for Ommies here, but I'm hoping that it's an indicator. Actually, yeah, with Jolie, which would, again, to me indicate, yeah, they're doing the Zalbar Cron. Oh, saying that there's no Zalbar there. Alright, I can't filter anymore, but I don't know why, I've got a feeling he can do it. I think it's just because I wish I could explain further, but I don't really have the answer or the words. Okay, yeah, I can't afford to drop another battle. That is safe to say. Yeah. I was hoping for more information there, but I think it's got to be that. I mean, same Bo-Katan there. Why not? I don't have Mon Mothma's Datacron right now. I have got it since. Well, since lock-in. Yeah, a little bit irritating that because I know it could work against Lord Vader temporarily. Just based on what we've got here, we've still got Boba. We've got Bane, Raver, C, and JML, so there's plenty of options. I don't know if Boba's doing so. I think he was doing it in 5s, but I don't know if he's doing it in 3s. Sorry, all the way around. He was doing it in 3s, I don't know if he's doing it in 5s. Yeah, my BKM's only Relic 3 right now, so I don't want to test it against a Relic 9 plus clones R9. So yeah, I'm backing out of that one. But Sion Karth? Maybe. I say maybe. I've got 2 GLs doing nothing here, and it feels wrong, but I'm not sure if I trust him against these things. I don't know what Bodhi's Cron is actually doing. Like, I've not heard anything about it. Plus, if Boba can do it, it's get better banners, arguably. Maybe that is where I see what's fair. It means JML's doing Jackal again, but... Oh yeah, I've got Bane available as well, I forgot about him. Probably do Bane on Omega, maybe, or even Bane on... I mean, if we're going safer, Bane's safer. Yeah, it's not so much about using all the GLs, but it's about maximising my banners. I can't afford a trip, that's priority number 1, but I need to get as many banners as I can because that first war was really... It was a mess. So I need to recover as much as I can and hope that they've dropped enough. They only lost 1 battle, but they dropped banners. So, or at least I'm thinking they have based on 1818. Is that for Saw Gerrera? Because I don't mind doing that. And then give JML a world there, maybe? Oh, okay, yeah, fair. I get you. But I didn't actually want that. Retribution and Taunt for 1 turn. Inflicts a dot when he attacks at a turn. Right, so that's the Juani bit. So I'm thinking probably JML could deal with that. Alright, let's just work from the back and let's just see how this little Vader goes. I mean, if this goes wrong, we've got a problem anyway. First order. I use crew, so we need Stormtrooper. I'm going to use officer just to pass another turnaround if I need it. Just realised I got a mob and force of Chrono, just forgot about it. Yeah. No Coruscant Commander. Just checking that that was Apo, not his doppelganger. Okay, one down. It might be early to target Lord Vader, but I'm just thinking, is it worth a crack? Oh yeah, I've got to admit, I do love that about Darkside Ray. She has made that aspect of this team really fun. I did say last time, I feel like something has gone a little bit funky with her, but I can take that as the compromise, you know what I mean? Even if it's not like I thought it would be with her, she's still made it a lot better. I don't even know if there's a clause preventing TM removal for Lord Vader. I just thought I'd use the ability. Alright. There we go. 65. Just in time for an ad break on Twitch as well. Cheers, Beef. Cheers. So I feel like we've got a bit of room to play around now, haven't we? Just pour myself a drink while the ads are running. I'll get this ready and waiting. I'm not planning on using Palps this time, so... Oh, was it Balin I said? Ah, of course. Genuinely, memory like a sieve. Okay, I'm actually thinking here. Is it worth doing Kira Kron? Even though we've only got 2 smugglers, 1 light side, and Kira? Or is it worth using Cal Kestis' Kron for the mercenary level 6? Even though, again, there's not a lot of benefit elsewhere. And I'm also thinking, can this underdog Like, could I just do the 3 rather than Hondo and Kira? I remember seeing Arnold do something, but that's the thing, Arnold's Arnold. I don't know if it is a thing or if it's... Yeah, the mercenary's probably preferable. Yeah, don't do undersize. I was curious what it looked like. 6 attempts with not the exact same comp. Yeah. With Bale and Kron, right. That adds up more. Okay. Let's just go in with it then. We'll use the mercenary level 6. Like I say, I need to play safe with banners, so let's just do it. Dupont, hello there. How you doing? Okay. This also is a sign that I have not done many things with Balin yet. So forgive any inefficiencies, I have not really used him. I say him over there because there's 6 stacks of Purge. Let's just heal up Kira a little bit, I guess. Or at least that was the intention. Oh, wow. Okay, that was a good hit. Well, okay, damage immunity, we'll take that. Okay, we'll call Marek. I know I can't like actually capture a GL, but I was like, I'm going to kill Cat in a second anyway, so it felt wasteful using it on her. Oh, wow. Okay, 63. Again, I don't know how efficient that was in the grand scheme, but okay, got through. Okay, next up, Seabane. You can find Bane. Really? See that fall down? Apparently not. Yeah, I mean, if it's better than Raver, I'll take it. As that was the alternative, you know. Alright, we're not going to use... we're not going to use Sidious Kron here. So we might as well use Sidious. Quick. So if you use Galactus and Galactus destroys the board and there are unrevealed cards, it will gain the power of the unrevealed cards, yeah. It's why Null and Galactus usually make a good pair. Or Death. I didn't actually think of Death in that scenario. Okay, that was fun. You know, it's not like I don't know what Bane does, right? But you see that, and it just gives you that little smile, doesn't it? As if, say, Bane's pretty cool, isn't he? Alright, in we go. I know. $68. All right, let's go over to Jab Jab. We'll put in our G88, and we're not using Vader, so we'll use him. As far as I know, I'm not ignoring any of the clauses or anything. All right. Increase those cooldowns. Summon a droid. Burn, baby, burn. And bye-bye, Bushi. JML to me makes the most sense against Lord Vader. EP Starkiller is a bit of a tough one against Malgus. I have seen it work in the past, but it's not what I would call a hard counter. So you might have your work cut out in that battle, but I'd say you got more chance that way around than doing or trying to do something with Starkiller against Lord Vader. Let's get some Arm Shred on. Oh, let's not get some Arm Shred on Chrysanthemum. Apparently, we're not good enough to get that out. Yeah, for sure. I mean, if it's Darkside clones, there's a problem either way, but I feel like JML probably had the best chance to start. Oh, wow. You're a chunky boy, aren't you, Chrysanthemum? Actually could do with that Armor Shred. You know, I would welcome some protection disruption, by the way, BT. Sorry, not BT, Trey. I knew it was one of the droids. Alright, one down. It does concern me a little bit that that ult charge is still rising. Okay, one down. He's going to take a turn before we can kill him. You little git. Yeah, just that annoying thing into it where you're like, don't stop me now. Alright, 63 again. Yeah, it's not like you're feeling doubt with that battle. It's just, you kind of want the clean win, don't you? Or cleanest win. Alright, I've not used Bo-Katan on this account at all. So, this is a debut. Yeah, I haven't got the BAM on this. BAM's on defense, so hopefully Armor can cover. I mean, it says here, Sungita. Oh, by the way, can I just point out how interesting it is that Denise Goff is getting highlighted outside of Andor straight after Andor finishes? I didn't know that had already been on. Beef off pockets, thank you, the sub man. Appreciate it. This was a month ago, so this looks okay. I'm curious. Oh, hang on, I hadn't got armor. It was BAM. Okay, so that's a little bit concerning. Do we have to put yeah. Maybe switch it around. I don't know where we would switch it around, but I feel like maybe it is worth thinking it. Or thinking it through. I haven't used the Gungans, so maybe we can go back to that plan of Gungans here. Do JML on Omega. And Raver on that. I'm doubting myself on the Gungans, but... I don't know why, I've got this image that did do something. Where I really wish I got inside. See, I don't know if I go for another counter here now. 96%. Right, that is high enough for me. We've got some turn meter to start as well, plus protection, so... Let's see how it goes. When I was looking on the counters list, it wasn't coming anywhere near that. Alright, I'm going to get rid of Jolie. I feel like we've got to target the one who can start reviving. I know Zalbar's the one that's got the Omicron, the Datacron, but... I'm trying to look at like the big picture of the team. Oh, Death Mark. Perfect. Alright, Karth down. It's why I get annoyed at myself for doubting things. Like, a lot of the time I'm right to doubt myself because I don't know as much as I would like to think I do, but there are times when I've remembered something and I just doubt myself because it's like, I can't remember where I saw it or heard it. Like with this, I got that Osprey told me, but yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't say I got stats. I just got in my head that Osprey had said something. He probably didn't. It's just, it's kind of where my head goes with it. Give this Kron its credit, it is very tanky. Hey, I'll take your memory over mine, so that's Summit. Oh, revive, of course. Death Mark, bye-bye. Alright, 65. It's not undersized banners, which we were shooting for, but yeah, it'll do. So we're going to do JML here. I feel like I'm alongside half of the Swaggo population when I say I don't know what this team is capable of. So yeah, I just haven't got a clue what to expect. I know Rekka revives. Again, win rates, that's positive. think we're just gonna have to wing it. Just see what it does. Okay, we'll do that. Give Cal a turn. Armor Shred, why not? Duns. And pass that to Oda, I guess. Again. Alright, so we have to target other ones now because Wreck is captive. Okay. I mean, as mechanics go, this is kind of funny as far as, oh yeah, you can stop them taking turns because they can't take a turn. They're captive. Definitely makes you think that there are certain things it's just not good at taking down. I mean, the AI as well is atrocious by the looks of it. It's not trying to rescue them. Okay, order of events, interesting. 64, okay. Interesting. Certainly tells me that when I've built them up, I'm not placing them on defense. Honestly, you're going for your guild, you'll get more benefit out of the new Bad Batch, but the better team right now, I'll say right now. It probably still is the new Bad Batch, but I can't say I like what I just saw. I prefer the old Bad Batch. Lumicron, I wouldn't be surprised if that hasn't got some use when Mace comes out. Alright. Okay, Sarah Sarah. Right, blind. That'll do. Yeah, I'll take that if you want. Yep, Mum just found my conquest printout for this conquest. Littering around the house. Okay, got no idea if we can still win this, but let's give it a crack. Wow, they went light on defense. I was expecting full balls to the wall. Yeah, I mean, at the very least I was expecting 2 like that, but something told me they were going to do all 3. Yeah, I'm shocked at that. Yeah, by all means, I'll give you... Actually, I'll tell you what, we'll run an ad on Twitch just while you're doing a quick calculation. I'm gonna have to set something up like One Prat does. I like how he has a little thing on screen for when the ads are on. Here we go. Oh, sorry, for the Fleet Zone in general, that's 219 for the Conquer. 76 average. Yeah. Well, let's just give it a roll out. I'm not wrong in thinking, Amma, that there's not a meta, so we can go profundity here. I wouldn't say we're cooked, but we can get 77 here. So I'm kind of asking myself, can I get maybe 77 with Leviathan? And then I've got to aim for maybe, what is it, a 74 on the final fleet? Alright, pop you out. Naturally, Plo comes in, but it doesn't matter. Anya's got a mark. We've got his number. We know where to dial. I wasn't thinking 3v3. I thought 1818 was a tough score to get. Oh, okay. Okay. After what I just said about 77 here, we cannot afford that Y-Wing to go. Trying to think the best way of getting banned is it's got to be the assist, hasn't it? Yeah, we got protection back. Okay, we're back. Oh, that was close though. Let's get rid of 5s. I don't like the idea that he can start popping attacks out. Like saying, oh, I'm going to hit you, but I'm also going to hit you as well. Here we go. The basics should get Plo, and then it's just these. There we go, flyby. This could drop it by 1 banner, I think. Nope, we got there. All right. 77. Okay. So, Leviathan. Cheers, Beef. If we do Leviathan against Chimera, just 3 starters. And then Chimera against Radis. If I play that right, that's 74. And if I can stall to get the 77 with Leviathan Chimera, maybe we're still on? Or have I done my numbers wrong? Ooh, yeah. I've taken at R5. No Zetas. Yeah. Right, let's give this a crack. I mean, I've not... I may have tried it. I can't remember if I have. Yeah. Send it and hope we can get it. It's like an OG Chimera fleet, this. Yeah, if the ult were dead in multiple ways. So, yeah. 76 probably wouldn't be good enough. Okay, the bomber's down. I know I need to stall long enough to get my ult. If I'm remembering right. Thinking how I recover protection here, and we gain it via ult, don't we? At this rate, I feel like I'm killing him too quick. Oh yeah, 76. Yeah. All right, one down. Safe to say this is a bit too tight, isn't it? So, shall we give this a go? They do. I'm 12.5, they're 14.4. I think it'd be safe to say I'm the underdog in this match, so to actually bring it this close, I'm kind of happy, but... What is the underdog team we were talking about? For the 4-man. Oh, is it TIE Fighter Starts? I'll just pretend like we're going normal. Darth Vader. Okay. Let's give it a go. Okay. Sorry, I'm also just trying in my head come up with like the turn order, because it's like, okay, they go for Scythe first. Right, I know that we will want to hit their bomber. I didn't until recently, Snappy. I saw someone else doing it. I was like, what's this witchcraft? There we go, we get the turn meter. Okay. Ray wiggles, so we steal the buffs. Funny, I've done this battle a million times, but taking one ship out and it just messes with my head a little bit. These two can counterattack. So we go for Poe. We don't mind this getting hit. I do kind of mind this. Yeah, let's just do that. Oh! Freaking evade. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Let's see it. Oh, well. I don't normally get draws, so I'm alright with that. It's Bulma, but it's like, what the heck? Yeah, his GP's bigger. He's 14.4 million. I'm 12.5. So, again, I'm arguing it. I think I did well to keep up with him. You know, he got a lot more on his account, but sadly, we do not get the win. Let's go here. Just so I can close my game down, get the other account up. Yeah, a bit unfortunate, but I'm actually not bitter about it or anything. I've had worse things happen in Swoggo, so that one's just kind of like, okay. Let's just post this on Discord so other people can comment on it. Yeah, that's the way I'm looking at it. It feels like it was a valiant effort. I mean, I'm not coming away from this feeling like it's a massive bummer that we lost. This one? I've just realised my wallpapers are all out of sync. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm saying that a bit retroactively, like, oh yeah, you know, I wish it wasn't like this, but it does suck a bit, doesn't it? I've actually done that. For some reason it's still applying it to this monitor. That's better. An arm wrestle would be interesting. Lady, no worries, no worries. I'm still around myself for another account, but no worries. Going to, well, I would say enjoy your work meeting, but if that's possible, do it. Yeah, I was going to say I'd still lose an arm wrestle. I will completely agree there. I have not got guns. You know, it's kind of ironic as well that the first battle we did is the one that lost it, arguably. You okay? Yeah, first battle with Queen Amidala. I mean, in reality, knowing what the battle was, we could have baned the Amidala, and then with the Soul, we could have just done whatever. I mean, we got C, we could have done C what for argument's sake. So, with hindsight, it's rough, but in that moment, you're thinking, what if you need Bane? So I'll give them the due, they place their defense well, as far as just baiting out something to take down Queenie. Right. Oh. Conquest. No idea why I did that. Okay, we're up against Seal Rian here, representing Sigma Mechanic. So my free-to-play is 11.4 mil, a bit smaller than my main. They're not much bigger though, 11.8. Zeta's 297 to 315. Omicron's 39 to 41. The 3 GL's ahead of me, so worth considering. They've got 190 relics to I've got 190 relics to their 229. Let's see, 69 on the relic 9s. Hey, 6 and 9. Relic 8 16 to 21. Relic 7's 84 to 71. And relic 5's 59 to 69. So speeds, let's see, 58 to 61, 220 to 216, 382 to 414. I feel like that's kind of interesting. Like, I am behind on the 25s, but not by much, and it feels like the 20s kind of backed that up a little bit. Honestly, I couldn't stream it. When I've been doing Conquest, I'm up till 2 or 3 in the morning. Not even 2. I wouldn't say 2 and 3 in the morning every day, but that first day, yeah. I'll start on with the Monday. I'll be starting with TV, and what I try and do is on my main account try and get the early energy used. You know, so like when I've preloaded, I get that used before my refresh at 9, and then that means I get an extra 3 sets of refreshes on the Monday. But by the time I get onto my free-to-play, it's late. Yeah, I've not particularly enjoyed it. I mean, I've been jotting down what I did. I say jotting down, I've been posting on my guild's Discord server. Let's see. My free-to-play last night, I didn't do Vector, which, to be honest, I don't blame anyone not doing if you haven't got Stoker. I didn't defeat an enemy with Echo. Missed a few combat nodes, and then I didn't win with Stoker or defeat an enemy with Balin. So I pretty much did everything, it feels like that. If I scroll up, here's Tannins. I didn't use Booming Voice there, so I can actually afford to leave Lightside Ufus out if I want to, because I found that one particularly grindy. It's not a very... You can do it with Ray reasonably fine, but I didn't find using Seer quite good. So I'm tempted to ignore Lightside Ufus next time, because I didn't do Spectre. I started it, but I got to the point where I was like, I don't need it. And then, again, I ignored Apo. I haven't got Lord Vader on my main, so I couldn't do that one. Same with the Sokotano. So yeah, it feels like I did have a little bit of wiggle room there, but only a little. Yeah, Deathmark as well I found a little bit grindy. I think I managed to get through it using a crew node, or a Hux crew node, but it wasn't fun. India, hello there. How you doing? We're just going through what my opponent's got. That's a bit sus, not having health sets on C. They got the potency sets there, I like it. Yeah, just at a glance, I'd say they've got a lot of the stuff I would be putting on my own tunes, or at least mean to put on my own tunes, if not. They haven't got the clones built up, Bad Batch or new clones. Alright, nothing out of the ordinary, I'd say there. Okay. Let's load in. Crimson. Okay. I had to check that then. I was like, is that Crimson stuff? I think it is. Let's see what we're doing. Ooh, okay, so they haven't gone for Ship Shat. Let's see what they have done though. Okay, so everything here has been hit in 1. That's Queen Amidala. It is Gas, JMK, and Ray. Ladies and gentlemen, Ewoks on the front wall of GAC defense in Kyber 2. You are welcome. We then got Phasma. I've thrown in a few of the higher end first order tunes just for the fact I thought I can spare, well, I should be able to spare Stormtrooper and Sith Trooper, so I was like, maybe that buffs it up a bit, but no. Finzori and Trench. Yeah, I was going to say, that was the softest of front walls you'll ever see. And then Treya, DTMG, and GG. It's safe to say I've gone very light on defense. I assume they haven't dropped here. No. I think their idea is, let them attack. So, let's see what they've done. Finn is here. Rey is here. Qui-Gon's here. Mon Mothma's here. Great start. At least in terms of not a lot of change. We've got Leia, Great Mothers, Queenie, but not Adrad. Varna. Okay. That does make me think it is possible Reva, Ahsoka, and Malgus are at the back. Maybe not, but it does feel like maybe they've just moved one thing around rather than a whole revamp. Okay. One second. Okay. So, what are we going to do? Let's check the Seer team. I say the Seer team. Let's see if we can use Seer on Ray. Unlikely. So, with that in mind, we might do Seer on Ray though. Sure, that is a counter. Because of that, BKM might, capital M, be available for Ahsoka. If what's in there, different story, but for now, we'll keep that option open. I've got Love Vader available, haven't I? Yeah, I've got Love Vader, so let's just add that in the list. I know Love Vader can't do Leia. Well, even now, I think Leia's probably the one counter to the clones. Or, you know what I mean? That's one of the things that they want to work, I should say. Yeah, so I feel like I've got to save Slacker just in case we need it there. Feels like it'd be very rough if I tried to do JML there. But I think we might have to pencil that in. Slacker or Ray, Slacker on Ray, Bane on Leia. The only reason I don't want to use Slacker is the fact that I don't know if they put what in there. And I know it's like check the history, but I know Zareth put a video out suggesting people do what with Ahsoka. So I'm just very cautious about the fact that Delia may have seen that video, decided to place it on defense on the back wall. I know it's a very niche thing to be wary of, but I just think if you trust your spidey senses a little bit, they're going off a little. So I don't want to go two-footed there and then have nothing left. So I'm thinking maybe Malgus there. I mean, I did see Lord Vader there. That is nice to see as a backup option. I mean, I'm saying a backup option. Could we afford it as a first choice? When was this? I haven't actually heard about Lord Vader on Ray. 3 months ago. And he had a Mulcron. Yeah, two different things going on there in terms of an expired Datacron. Yeah, that's all good. I'm curious what you're thinking about with Zeta Ezra. I mean, I know you mean Exile Ezra, but I don't know why you're thinking Lord Vader would have an issue. There's definitely a problem there. I think I'm more leaning towards JML again, but whichever way it goes, there is a problem. No, 90% with Lord Vader. Okay, that's promising. I think we would have to Bane. We could do Bane and... I honestly don't know what with, but we can do Bane. Queenie, we've got Traya. If we were able to do that, I don't think we'd need Starkiller, so we could do Starkiller there. Dana, I don't think is like one of the most explosive comps. It'll be annoying, but I don't think it'll be the most explosive. Maybe do Raver. I'll work them two out later, to be honest. Right, this is taking too long already. Alright. We've got 8 minutes until an ad break. I'm thinking, let's start with the tough one, arguably, here. Let's see if we can get C out. Oh, no, C. Not C. If we can get use Bane to get Leia out. Yeah. Honestly, if we get to the bat wall and there's no what with Ahsoka, I will use BKM there, and then I can use Slacker on Rey. But I feel I need to get through this wall without using Slacker. And just to give my opponent the due, that is the trap they've set for me, so, you know, I'll give them credit for doing that. Maybe use Vader. That'll do. That'll do. Maybe leftovers. Oh, it's a Relic 9 Chewie as well, which is something I don't see all that often. I feel like the tenacity is a bit low for that. I mean, its speed's fast, but you've got 6 tenacity mods on. Maybe gone for a more offensive build with tenacity rather than full out tenacity. Alright, let's give this a go. I'm unsure. Alright, let's suck them. There was a Wookiee there, wasn't there? But I didn't imagine that Wookiee, did I? Yeah, I was going to say that is a fantastic R9, isn't it? That's it. Pop him out of stealth. Right, R2 down. I'm trying my best to keep Vader in here, and I know that's weird because the idea is usually you want Vader to die, but if he dies, it's not the worst thing, but if he can hang in there, it's better banners. Alright, that's fine. Stay lovey. Alright, 75. Yeah, like I say, I wasn't not trying to let him die, but it was a case of if he hangs in there, I could get 78, whereas if he dies, I will get 75. You know what I mean? I get what you mean, just to be clear. That was me being greedy, like, can I have my cake and eat it? Can I have Bane absolutely walloping this team and not lose the side? Right. We'll work our way up, so we'll go for Inquisitorius. Dark side. We'll go for that. I don't feel like we need anything too crazy on him. I was just... Oh, it isn't even the evasion. Right, we overcooked this, but never mind. Let's just put Torture out there. Healing immunity on them all. I probably should have gotten an ability block there. I think we can loop back around and do that. There we go. Right. As much as I want Sana out, I do not want Rolo cooking on me. There we go. As overkill as this team is, I have been walloped by a Rolo one too many times to underestimate it. Alright, we've got 2 minutes. Oh, sorry, just under 3 minutes, I should say, for an ad break, so... Alright, that's bad for Poodoo. Had forgot Trey was on defense. Catwall. Yep. Alright, that's a problem. Hey up, Sopper, how you doing, man? Hey, good to hear, good to hear. I'm scratching my head a little bit here, thinking I may have just screwed myself over a touch. It can take a while. It's rough, innit? And there has been a general consensus this has been a rough conquest. Yeah, that wasn't overkill. But that's the one I regret more. Actually, let me just... Let's just make sure we got the correct units in here. Just help searching. Yeah, I feel like when you miss a day, it really does come back to bite you a little bit. I know the feeling. It's not nice. Lord Vader. That will impact it. I imagine some of these will have Zeta Barris. I am thinking that might be my best shout. Oh, but I was going to do that there. Ugh. I'm curious if Dabba Bulba can do it. Okay, that's not fun. Yeah, not immune, but they do invert it. And it's kind of a key distinction, you know. Immune means you can't apply it, whereas that does at least invert. I wouldn't say it's worse. Not ideal, but it's not worse. Again, I have got Dabba Bulba in my head, but I've got no way of testing it. They didn't drop a single time, so it's not like I can afford to just give that a go. I don't trust JML there. I think the sides will get wiped out by POW. I mean, I'm same logic. I'm thinking, could Sid do it? I mean, Sid has done work in the past, but I don't know how good that Kron is. I mean, whenever he uses basic, it applies a dot. Five is an insta defeat. Yeah. Actually, that's the fair point. If they got the 5 stack, they wouldn't gain the 5 stacks. They cleanse it before it's applied, so that wouldn't do anything. You say that about POW's first AoE. How fast is POW? 292. I did remod mine. 259. And we're gaining 100% speed while we have 10 or less stacks of momentum. So in theory, can't we just go and punch Power's lights out at the start of the battle? Gas is on defense. You know, I'm going to do it and I'm going to regret it, but I'm going to do it. I don't know why my head is overruling me a bit here. Now that is something I didn't take for account. Stealth. Okay, the AoE didn't do it. All right. Okay. Some things you just gotta love. Yeah, Barrisata definitely could have wrecked that because the essentially would have been uncrittable. So, yeah. That definitely helped. But I'm taking it. I didn't know for sure that would work, so I'm taking that. Alright. What did we say? Malgus here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go for a Sith revive. Actually, why the hell would I do that? They stopped me reviving. Anything else that's nice for Darkseid though? Like anything to just tempt me. Turn meter, that sounds nice. I mean, I'm kind of loath to lose this Crom, but screw it. But yeah, I'm glad that one got through because I'm not sure what would have happened if we didn't. Yeah, I think it's more just a case of making sure they've got a Cron in place, you know what I mean? For the record, I do laugh how I sort of got ribbed all of last season for not having Crons, and then this season when I'm actually trying to use Crons, it's like, oh, they don't need a Cron, they're fine. Here we go, come on. Just smack it. They're out of there. I think we've got enough to not worry about it, you know what I mean? At least when it comes to 5s. 3v3 again, I might struggle. Might suck. I will say this, by the way. If YouTubers genuinely a little bit touchy when it comes to the word suck being used in their videos, I'm like, in the UK, that is not a swear. Like, if anyone says suck over here, it is not considered an insult. Or at least, you know, to the extent of, like, parents tell children not to say it. Other than not to say it because it's a touch rude. I'm like, I find that weird. Alright, my paranoia wasn't worth it. They haven't got what. Okay, I'm glad I saved it though, because it just means we've now got that flexibility. Alright, Mandos. I haven't even checked the rest of the team, by the way, but I'm just happy running with this one. Let's send that in. And honestly, I don't particularly want to get fractured, so if I could get Terra, I would. Alright, bam, got the fracture. Alright, Ahsoka the White. Play that there. I really need some Zeta spare on my main account because I noticed the other day how I haven't got a Zeta on Huyang. I don't think I've got Zetas on any of the Spectres. Maybe Hera for one of hers. And it's like, I just need some Zetas for things like that, just to actually give him his... what's that actually thing called? The History of the Galaxy. I'm not saying it's like a great thing if you haven't got Ahsoka, but it's like still a big bit of his kit, you know. If you want to use him in like another team, you're not really getting that at all. All right, Paz goes again. Let's just send that to Paz. I almost want full auto, but something tells me the AI would do something inefficient. Yeah, I can't heal anyone who I would want to heal. So I'll just base it. Alright, Armor Shroud. Good. $64. Taking out GL. That's great. Next up. Ufu time. I want to try and get away without using crew, so we're going to use Ninth Sister. So that I can use crew with Slacker. Ooh, that's a chunk of armor pen right there. I mean, look at that by comparison. Ooh. Bit of a waste of a level 3, but we do like armor pen around these parts. Right, we can't do much other than stand that. I'm just waiting for the rocks. Is that 100 stacks of Edge of Madness? Oh my days, Taran. Oh my days. Throw him. Whee! Oh boy, that was fun. Taran just decides right now's the time to delete them. How can you not love a character that can do that? I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna have a stab in the dark and assume it's something to do with the amount of debuffs or something that were being thrown their way. I'm probably miles out. I bet in these kits somewhere there is something like you gain a stack of Edge of Madness for X reason, and they were doing it a lot, but I couldn't tell you what it is. That'll do. That'll do. All right, armor's ready. We'll do the AoE. And if we can hit Bastila, we're going to do it. Is it just me, or did they seem a bit all over the place where they're targeting? Like, I would have sworn they would have just focused on armor as soon as they could. Maybe they're thinking they can get C. Solo armorer. I did. I threw a GBA in there. I said, didn't you see the 2 bugs die? Fair enough. I didn't put Thrawn in. I thought I didn't feel like I need to go beyond 3, but like the bugs were there long enough to get 3 stacks of Beskar out. I felt by my standards I was actually being conservative. If I was feeling cocky enough, I would have gone for a C solo. Alright. Blacker time. Hello. You missed me. I'll be done soon. Don't worry. Say it's Pop's missing me. Could be okay, depending on what we get, but nothing crazy, but it's probably the best we've got. There we go. Alright, let's poke Ezreal. Pass a turn. Swipe on him. Pass a turn to Slacker. Poke Ben. And let's just bring the lightning down on Ray. So there is a whirlwind, but thankfully it only hit one of us. Oh, it was only for one whirlwind. That's the point I was getting at. Can we get her out? Beautiful. 62. I'll take it. Alright, so Blacker went there. JML's going to do that. And Lord Vader can do that. I've just realised I never showed off my Pride and Joy the other day. My Ralcape Plo Koon. Managed to get him up there on my main account. That was something that had been coming for a long time. Not even because I'm immediately going for Ahsoka, I just wanted to get that done. Alright, let's throw a grenade. And let's just aim that there. Oddly enough, I'm not using it. I've got one on my main, but I didn't use it there either. Yeah, I think it gives him some stats. I might be mistaken. There we go, that's fine. I never thought of Sigcron there. It's a nice shout. I was waiting up if I juiced on something, but I was like, Ah, fair enough. If it's a squishy one, then it makes a bit more sense. I feel like this is the insulting way of killing it. I feel like you thought this would protect you, this Omicron. Race Fan Sam with the raid, party of 9. How y'all doing, folks? We're getting towards the end of the GAC here, but we're hoping a good result's still on the cards. One more battle to determine it. Go and say, Lord Vader, rise. Soon. In the meantime, let's use his pals. 1, 2. It's almost tempting to throw these 4 in and say, how do you feel? But with everything that's going on the Woggo news recently, maybe not the best idea. Luthen, I'm guessing Dreams of Ghosts. Yep. No full clear today, ship's mess, mate. If it's any consolation, I drew on my main account, opponent had higher GP, and in the final fleet battle, we had a dodge that cost us banners. So, if that gives you any consolation, it is there. Why not? Let's daze them. And we can't do too much other than that. Okay. Okay, Thrawn, come in, please. Thank you. Let's try this again. And you know what? I don't really like you doing things, so I'm going to fracture you. All right, bye-bye. Let's go for Biston. Feels like a bit of an oddball here, doesn't he? Oh, that was a bad choice. And again, wow. Oh yeah, I forget that Luthien doesn't just die. I was standing there going, why aren't they dead? Alright, that's looking good. I mean, 15 banner head start. Can't sniff at it. Okay, so we've got Leviathan versus Exactor. We've got a Prof Mirror. And then Chimera against Radus. Although for practice, we could try Executrix versus Radus again. They like that little thing you put off, aren't they? At least from what other people tell me. Because I always do them in one big block, I never had that feeling. But if you're sort of doing your GAC throughout the day, I imagine it is that thing of, I'll do it later. Especially for people who don't feel like they need to do it. Like, oh yeah, my opponent won't attack. No worries, sweet. No worries. We're going to do an AoE. And hit that. We did get a concussion behind that. Alright, we're going to pop that on the bomber. Just disrupt any naughty little reinforcements that plan on coming out. We'll bring this in, it'll stun Houndstooth. We can then kill Razor Crest. Bit of a party pooper move that, but I don't mind. I'm going to say no worries, sweet. It feels kind of counterproductive when you can't hear me, but I'll say it. Alright, let's do that. I don't think you did. I don't think there has been one, Snappy. If you could do it for me, I'd appreciate it. Would you appreciate it all? Let's do that. I've got a button somewhere on my Stream Deck for shoutouts, but I don't know where I've hidden it. 73 isn't good, by the way. Just seen that. Relic 9 Paul? Oh no, it's the Relic 9 Chewbacca. Right, that makes more sense. Still a bit beefier than my 6 and 8. I'm curious if they are going to attack anytime soon. All I know is I can't hang around. I haven't really had anything to eat today, so I'm getting a bit hungry by now. Yeah, I'm happy to be transparent. My food is important to me. Let's just keep hitting it. It certainly puts the pressure on with Fleet if you've got a one shot. And I know I had that pressure on my main. You've had me unlocked for a while. Well, I was going to say Aranya again. Nappy. There we go. Ooh. All right, let's smack that. Force of habit. That's what I'll say on that. I can't say I've heard of gas baiting Gungans. Well, it's not something that comes to mind quickly. We haven't just reinforced with that, have we? So we should be fine. They might wiggle. Yeah. We're at the right place. Well, I think we got health back, so thank you very much, Cassian. Apologies for the outbreak on Twitch, by the way. I didn't see it come, so whoops. Oh, okay. Again, it's not something I've seen, so yeah. More power to you if you've seen it before. Maybe Jar Jar disrupts it with his ons. We dropped a banner there. That's a little disappointing again. Alright, let's give this a whirl. Just see how it plays out in this situation. There we go, turn meter. They cleanse. Ray wiggles, we steal. Okay, we'll take a bit of turn meter. Kind of irritating we had to waste a hit there. Yeah, we gotta go for Ray. There we go. 75. And that feels like a damn good score. Again, maybe I'm just took my own too high there, but 1849 feels pretty damn solid. We'll have to see. I'm going back at my account again just so I can see what the final score could be. You're saying they need 80 banner average? Yeah, we've won. I've got it up here. The max score they could get is 1846. So yeah, I'm chuffed with that. Absolutely chuffed with it, because if anything, Fleet there, I feel like we did just put that added pressure on, as far as, even with the Executrix, we didn't need to do that, but it's like, let's just see if we can get the extra banners. So, I actually thought we weren't going to get them as well. That's the worst thing, because Leviathan and Profundity battles both dropped from what I'd call, like, the expected banner. So, yeah, I think I did anyway with Prof. Just thinking it'd be 76 normally. Did I get 76 or 75? Either way, I felt like Leviathan especially just fell below a little bit, so I was worried I'd be just a little off where I should be. Yeah, Bulba really came in clutch. I mean, I think if we hadn't cleared that Queen Amidala like that, we would have been in trouble. So Bulba did massive work. If Barris had had the Zeta, I don't think that would have worked. So that was a brilliant win. Plus, just a little, you know, a little personal bragging rights. I feel like 2 accounts, 1 drop battle across both. That is a good performance for today. So I'm taking that. That's been a really good pair of GACs, despite the result on the first one. Certainly gives me optimism for the season. So let's see if we can raid you folks. Keep the GAC streams going. I can see RSG. Stormtrooper DZ15. I don't think they speak English. We got Lord of the Fly and Bones. Actually, Bones is starting up, so I would like to raid into him. Alright. Before we go, quick thank yous. We've had the raid from Wompracht. We've had the subscription from Beef Hot Pockets. Thank you very much, Beef. And we've had a raid from Brace Phantom. So thank you very much to all of you. Alright, let's get into Bones. Gonna say, go and telling me doesn't know what he's talking about. That's the thing, isn't it? I feel like I might be missing the joke at times. Alright, I'll hopefully catch you on Saturday now. Until then, bye for now, everyone.